Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In Nier Reincarnation, let's do the final part of the Sun Moon playthrough. This will be my second playthrough doing side B, where I started as Hina. But we are here with Yuzuki. We are going to complete fixing the moon, so let's go ahead. We previously came up the other side with Hina. And we've gotten multiple hints that Hina and Yuzuki are separated from each other, maybe in a different part of the cage from everybody that we saw in Girl Monster. And Yuzuki has slowly thawed to accept more of this Black Mama character. But yes, Black Mama and Papa, they have a mission, but they seem conflicted about it because of their feelings for Hina and Yuzuki. Perhaps Hina and Yuzuki are supposed to fill like some kind of like a sacrifice kind of a role. But Papa and Black Mama don't want that to happen. Alright, so we saw this with Hina. We'll get a similar cutscene. It's what happens after that. That'll be new. Phone call from Mom. Okay, 3 moon fragments, or keys.
の時が来たのね。ゆずきちゃんの。
ひなちゃんの願いが叶う時が。
Alright, here we're getting the convergence.
ひなちゃんが書き換えたい過去、僕に教えて。
お父さんと一緒に暮らしたい。
We didn't hear the full wish the first time, but we did get it here.
窓から差し込む暖かな日差し、埃の匂いが香る古いアパートの一室。そこで一人の少女が静かな寝息を立てている。目を覚ました彼女はそっと部屋を見渡す。思い出が染み込んだ懐かしい我が家。
The last time we were here, we saw Hina's father hang himself.
座る場所にその姿はない。父との日常を取り戻すために不思議な世界を旅した記憶。夢。
Yeah, everything about what is like the reality, what is the true memory, or like the order of events is very unsure.
不意に聞こえた優しい声。声の主を確かめるために少女は玄関へと急ぐ。玄関にあったのはスーツを着た父親の姿。父は少女に気づくと、再就職先が見つかったんだと朗らかに微笑む。何年もの間少女が見たかった顔。
So this is like ideal here. Previously, it was revealed that he had not worn his suit in years.
少女は泣き叫ぶ。
But to leave the home and then to find a job was everything that she was hoping for.
名前を呼ばれるだけで、頭を撫でられるだけで、全てが許されたように思える。彼女はそのぬくもりの中でしばらく涙を流し続けていた。少女は切に願う。この幸せなひとときがずっと静かに続くことを。とある都心の高校。窓が開け放たれた夏の廊下。生徒たちのしゃべり声が放課後の校舎を満たす。帰り支度を終えた少女が教室を出た。
So this is strange. At the end of Hina's story that we saw earlier, she was suspended from school for dealing drugs. But maybe this is taking place after the suspension is over, and she can still attend school and graduate. Or maybe this is in the past.
少女はそれを聞き入れ、 何をおごってもらおうかなとからかうように微笑む。
Okay, Hina Akagi, still number 1. Oh, here's a teacher.
教師から向けられる信用と期待。先生の授業のおかげです。目上の大人向けの言葉を選び、彼女はまた微笑む。少女は友達を誘って駅前へ買い物をしに向かう。試験を頑張った自分へささやかなご褒美を買うために。駅前の洋菓子店に寄った後、少女は帰宅を急ぐ。
So here we're seeing just kind of like a very typical happy school life kind of a story. In the Japanese, they call cream puffs shoe creams. Not sure why, but I like to explain to people that that's like what we use to polish our shoes in America, at least.
少女は呼吸を整えた後、ただいまと安心したように声を漏らす。少女の前に倒れ込んだのは、
Oh my god.
刺され絶命した父親。二度目の父親の死。殺したのは少女の弟。目の前の惨状を拒絶するように頭に激痛が走る。その痛みの中で少女は運命を呪うしかできなかった。
Alright, so here is the great shocking revelation. Ah, okay. Okay, so this is the idea of fate. Something that is just fated to happen, and no matter what humans try to do, they cannot escape it. And so even if you could change the past, you know, get that kind of ideal life, it's still not going to work out the way that you want. And so here we are seeing Hina and Yuzuki kill the other parent in their different ways. And I still remember the first time playing this. I found it very hard to believe because it's much more typical for the Japanese to commit suicide than murder. to turn, angst or despair in on themselves rather than onto other people. And then this was another instance where I was wondering if all of this was like a created narrative, something that wasn't the truth. Yeah, just very, very extreme and out of character, I feel like. So I still doubt everything that I see. But yeah, again, I said before that Hina and Yuzuki are kind of the most rounded, deepest, most complex characters in Nier Reincarnation. And all of this is going, it just, deepens the complexity of the characters. Cage contains a great many pasts. Looking back on all the pasts we've fixed, did you notice the similarities between them? I did. They're all about relationships between two people. Yeah, right. People clash. They do things that perhaps they regret. And for this reason and others, this is why I kind of prefer Sun Moon over Girl Monster. I like the intertwining stories. In Girl Monster, there were pair stories like Fia Lavania, Leon Demas, 063Y and F66X, Griffin Lars. But for the most part, they're not in conflict with each other. They're working towards the same goal, or... But yeah, in Sun Moon, the two characters are conflicting with each other. And then, like, all of the characters, they're dealing with their sins and their regrets, and they're searching for atonement. But for the Sun Moon characters in particular, it's like the place to find atonement is in the other person. And that's kind of the main difference, I would say, between Girl Monster and Sun Moon. But yeah, there I talked about it. Udil sees Sarafa as like an object or a goal, something for him to accomplish or achieve in order to satisfy his own desires. He is not thinking about her from her point of view. Two cages, alright. So yeah, that does confirm that Hina and Yuzuki were kind of separated into two different versions of the same cage. And then here they will merge, in addition to the repaired sun and moon merging. And what is that for? Okay, so here finally we have the pronouns linking up. So Hina, she is blaming Yuzuki for the death of her father, which we finally saw and understand in that that kind of murder scene in the old house. Okay, we have the sun and the moon merge. And now the cages have merged, and yes, we see the siblings now together. So up to this point, at least, this is the plan that Papa and Black Mama were working towards. Yeah, okay, fate again. Alright, I have to avenge Dad, let's say. So we see on the sword there that there is a slot to put the mobile phone. It's similar to the dark memory weapon that these two have. It's a different type of sword, but it still has that slot, which might have something to do with that kind of alternate timeline where they are fighting the Legion. This was amazing to see. The three pairs of characters. And then seeing this, you know, in retrospect, it made sense, like how long Sun and Moon was. Because you can't have more than 3 party members on a team. Oh yeah, there are some people that pay close attention to the names of skills. They'll go into Recollections of Dusk or Dark Memory, and they'll tap on the skills to look at the names there. That is a blind spot for me. But it's usually just to reinforce, you know, what we see in their stories, so it's not super necessary. But yeah, just overall, it's going to be really interesting to look back at the history of Nier Reincarnation and then see, like, how much can we parse as being written ahead of time, and how much was kind of written as it was going along. And written not only just in story or narrative, but also like in releases, you know, game modes, that kind of thing.
それがどれだけ大切だったかを。
俺たちと同じ運命をあんたには。
私はもう後戻りなんて。
But yeah, doomed to fate. That's a theme also that comes up a lot in Nier games. That's another topic that I would like to investigate.
私はずっと望んでた。
I don't know, there's so much to do.
表で仇を討つことを。
I really wonder if I have enough time.
それはこっちのセリフだ。ここでお前を殺してやる。昔からお前が気に食わなかったんだ。何でもできて、いつも楽しそうに笑って。俺が追いつこうとどれだけ頑張ったか。
人の気も知らないで勝手なこと言うな。どいつもこいつも私に笑えって強要するようなこと言いやがって。どんなに辛くても泣きたくても消えたいって思っても誰も私を助けてくれなかった。
Here too, I feel like Hina and Yuzuki are speaking to the player. I mean, who hasn't felt unseen, unappreciated, misunderstood? Doesn't excuse what they are purported to have done, but no combo counter, I notice. Alright, did we get him? Yeah, but crazy arrangement to this music too. We got the male and the female part.
私の復讐も終わり。
俺はただもう一度母さんと暮らしたかった。ごめん母さん、ごめん。
Alright, I want to avenge Dad. Let's go for that.
私今何を考えて。
俺は
But yeah, these feelings of self-doubt also lends to kind of the deeper personalities of these characters. Alright, Hina should get her revenge. We started this playthrough on her, let's end it with her. And this is what I am assuming is the goal of Papa and Black Mama, for one of the two to take out the other.
私はずっと暗い道を歩いてた。
To kind of expect that sort of ending is to kind of resign yourself to the fact that people like can't make up.
最後には共感しか残らなかった。
And in a way, it's a resolution, because we get kind of the disappearance of both characters. So we get the destruction of Yuzuki here. But as we shall see in a second, we also see Hina disappear. And then she becomes a weapon story. So yeah, Hina and Yuzuki, they kind of disintegrate in the same fashion. And then it's either Hina only, or it's the two of them become the weapon story in this weapon here. And maybe that's mission accomplished for Papa here, but he's not happy about it. Neither is Black Mama.
Hina-chan は無事に悲願を叶えられたんだ。これが僕たちのお仕事。でも
Okay, got it. So our job is done. So Papa and Black Mama, they went according to the wishes of Big Mama here. But Papa and Black Mama believe there is another way. Alright, and here I think we get the trailer to People World. This was like so earth-shaking to see this for the first time. And that's part of the good thing and the bad thing of playing a mobile game, is because it's getting released in parts, you know, as you go along. And it's very difficult to predict the future of mobile games. And so, of course, we all wanted, you know, more stories from the girl monster characters. But to get this trailer, you know, this was such a relief to see. And then leading up to this, you know, I was really wondering if, you know, how much longer the game was going to continue. And then a smaller worry that I had was, is Global also going to get People World? But once Global did get the other People World, then that was another big relief there. That was the only time that I was really worried that Global might shut down before JP. Okay. So we're back in Mama's room, but I'll show you real quick how to see the other ending. If you haven't seen all of the endings for Sun Moon, then this is how you would do it. Okay, side B, we'll go here to Daybreak, or the last part. And then we'll go back into the last chapter here. And we'll just play through, and then we'll make a different decision at the end. I guess at this point it doesn't matter if we pick side A or B. Okay, let's stop recording here for a second. We'll pick up when we get to the third ending. Okay, we are back. We're going to pick this top option here, Hinan Yuzuki shouldn't fight. And yeah, looking back at the three Scarecrow stories, there is an overarching theme of where, like, it's three people, or it's three pairs of people where, you know, they all have their own problems, but they're not taking the time to see it from the other person's point of view. And that's kind of the source of the conflict. And so it's like these three Scarecrow stories were chosen to show to Hina and Yuzuki, so that hopefully they could maybe learn their lesson, and then come to acknowledge and then accept the pain and the experiences of the other person, which will lead to also atonement for the self. It's something difficult, you know, we all have our own pain. But to accept another's pain is the way that we could have ours accepted as well. And then, you know, bring a resolution to all of it. All right. So here, let's say that Hina and Yuzuki learned their lesson from looking at the different Scarecrow stories.
私はずっと暗い道を歩いてた。
一人で現実に押しつぶされそうだった。
世界が嫌になるまで葛藤して、
最後には共感しか残らなかった。
Yeah, to feel alone, to feel oppressed.
かな光があって、
その光が心の拠り所になってくれてた。
だからきっと
もう一つの答えがあるはずなんだ。
But yeah, still feeling hope in the face of all of that. And because they come to this realization, it seems they break the moon and the sun that they restored and fused. And now it seems to be snowing. Is this a reference to the assault snow that we see in other Nier games? But yeah, they drop the weapons. They embrace each other instead. They forgive each other, and they forgive themselves. And Papa and Black Mama seem to be satisfied as well, even if this is maybe technically going against their mission. Which could be why they do not appear in the next chapter, because they were disposed of for going against orders.
元の世界に戻れなかったね。これから私たちずっと刑事で。
大罪を犯したトガ人にはお似合いの場所だろ。
ゆずの12秒。
なんだよ。
So this was a very important point that sort of kind of left us all the players in limbo. Are Hina and Yuzuki stuck in the cage? But as we've seen with the end of the latest chapter of People World, they are not stuck in the cage.
先に言っててくれないかな。
Perhaps that was through the actions of 10H. And then Papa and Black Mama go off by themselves to maybe talk about what happened. Okay, so this was part of the mission. But sympathy is against the rules, and they're prepared to accept the punishment. Okay, so they're not going to be punished. Path can be open. Okay. That's probably connecting the moon to the Earth. Cannot avoid a conflict with Earth. Still cryptic what that means, but then...
私たちの役目ですから。
But yeah, at the end of People World, we saw that there's some kind of new race that has taken over the Earth and is building on it. But there we see with Papa and Black Mama that they're going to continue, and they want to continue working to protect Hina and Yuzuki, although they don't appear in People World. Alright, so it turns out I've had forgotten a lot at the end there, so that was really good for me to go back and look at this again. And so yeah, I feel like the overarching theme of of Sun Moon is to accept and acknowledge the pain of others, and then that can lead to our salvation as well. That was a theme that was very central to Fatal Frame, Maiden of the Black Water as well. But the overarching theme of Girl Monster, I feel like, is different. And like every character, actually, they may have a different kind of thing they want to say, or like a thing that the writers want to say through them. And I think that would be worth investigating in the future. But then there also might be an overarching theme of like sin, punishment, fate, destiny. And I do want to talk about all that later. From here, I might make a video or two about People World, stuff that happens there, the latest chapter. I don't know what I'm going to do about all of the rest of it. Alright, but if you've watched any or all of these Sun Moon playthrough videos, I appreciate it very much. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.